This is Ace Attorney for collection. We got the Torosaurus. Alrighty. Let's turn it down just a little bit. So we found out Verity's son is Sean Fenn. And Verity has a kid. What are you doing? Judge Gambit, I come before the court with important new evidence. I ask you to allow me to present it. Have you lost your mind, dear boy? There is no way this can be allowed.
Objection!
Well, the defense hopes that you let him, G. Just saying. Super Saiyan. What's the thinking over there on the prosecution side there, Frandango? Stop calling me that. Fine. The prosecution has no objections.
Objection!
Your objections are neither here nor there. This isn't a democracy. It's a courtroom. You pull out a lighter. This is flagrant contempt. Isn't that right, Verity? I'll allow it. Do it. No. As long as Sean is still missing, she'll feel as he has no choice but to go along with whatever winner wants. If there's only one way of telling her, he might be found at any moment. Judge Gambit, I would ask you only this, that you trust in me and my assistant just this once. Speaking of which, where is Kay Faraday? She's currently searching for the most important piece of evidence of all.
Objection!
Nonsense, there's no evidence that can be found. We're just stalling for time.
Objection!
The most important piece of evidence of all, huh? Hey, G. I don't know what this evidence is, but maybe we should just trust in Miles' little pal. What do you say? I mean, I say a little pal. She's more than that. She's one of the only great thief yet Agrasu. It seems Fender has seen what I'm getting at least. Judge Gambit, the evidence I'm talking about, we're most certain we know where it is. Kay is only moments away from snatching it from the jaws of danger. I get what you're saying. Very well. This is highly irregular, but I'll allow it. You have my thanks. Have you all gone completely mad? You said you had important new evidence. Evidence of what exactly? Just what I said. That Warden Lagarde and Chairman Winner are far better acquainted than he claims. Allow me to present it to you. What proves the link between Excelsius Winner and Fifi Lagarde? What was it? It's been a couple days. Let me look at this real quick. No, I cannot. This is gloves. 18 years ago, prosecutor man created defense attorney Gregory, victim Artie, suspect Samson, case body. Carmelo and his sons both visit Angor's mission. Shows President Wang and Judge Gambit arrive. Okay, no, not that. Oh, third page. recorder signals were intercepted by a bug planted in case pin. The person in the red raincoat planted this in case he had a grassy pin. A pocket chest set, a ring found in location of the storeroom. Report of Warden Lagarde, Chairman Winter, connection between Knight and Canis.
Take that!
Take that. This document is a report regarding the interrogation of a certain someone. Oh yeah? And who might that be? The late Mr. Bronco Knight. And the interrogation was to be carried out by none other than Warden Lagarde. Wait, isn't that the interrogation where... Yes, where Knight was killed. This document shows Warden Lagarde was planning the interrogation in which Mr. Knight was murdered. This is indeed important evidence.
Objection!
Miles Edgeworth, you referred to the document in question as a report. Would you care to elaborate? To whom was this report addressed? Very good question, Miss Von Karma. And the answer is the most important new revelation of all. We recovered this document from the safe in the storeroom on the 51st floor of the big building. That's the storeroom where the lots of the underground auction were kept. It is an auction, if you recall, that was presided over by one Excelsius Winter. Oh shit. And that is whom the report in question was addressed. You still mean to insist that you and Warden Lagarde barely knew one another? I'll refrain from commenting on that matter for the moment, if you don't mind. What? I don't believe it's been conclusively proven that I, the auctioneer, yet, has it. Have you forgotten the events of this morning already? I think I proved the fact more than adequately. To who? I'll admit defeat in that particular arena, yes. But that was not in the courtroom. So, all of us were present. Can you prove the same thing here, my boy? That I was the ringleader, did you call it? If you can't, then well, you certainly can't prove that the report was addressed to me. You won't wriggle your way out of this one. So unfair. Tell him, Verity, please. I'm not being slippery at all. I'm being entirely reasonable, wouldn't you say? Unlike you were permitted at Mr. Edgeworth this bizarre interlude that was most unlike you. It's saddening, it truly is, to see you failing in your sacred duty to the law. Almost saddening enough to make me want to take drastic measures. You stop burning shit. Will you stop burning things? You're right, of course. Until that fact has been adequately proven in the courtroom, it cannot truly be considered a fact. I'm afraid I have no choice but to ask that Mr. Edgeworth's theory be struck from the record. It's no good. She has to know for certain Sean is safe. I'm sorry, my boy, but that counts as truth out in the field. And in the courtroom are two different things. And you're more than willing to bend the truth in the courtroom. Is that what you're saying? Oh, you're a screwliest soul. I'll do no such thing. I'll simply accept the court's verdict as the truth. It should choose to acquit me, as should you. If we can't find that missing evidence, we're in trouble here. Am I gonna switch to K? Well, Verity, I think I've heard about all we need don't you? There's no way the evidence is turning up ever. A quick not guilty, and we all can go home.
Objection!
We all know who that was. You don't know his voice by now? Who said that? You mother... Dan! Eustace. What are you doing here? Mr. Winter, what is the meaning of this? And where have you been? You can't just abandon your duties like that. I'm sorry. You are unfit to be a prosecutor. You are a complete, utter disgrace. Why, Eustace? Why can you not get into your head? This is no place for an incompetent fool like you. Dad, Oh shit. I brought some vital evidence. So, can I please, take my place at the prosecutor's bench, pretty please? Well, Eustace, this is certainly a surprise.
Objection!
Oh, Eustace, my boy, what's gotten into you? There's something different about you. What's going on? Dan, Come on, my boy, spit it out. What is it? Do you want Daddy to play catch with you? That's it, isn't it? All right, why don't you run along home, and I'll be with you soon. Oh, is that you're gonna hit me, Wince? Get back on the stand right now. Oh, that's useless. Get back on the stand right now. What's gotten into you, child? You're shaking like a leaf.
Objection!
Judge Gavelle, the prosecution in charge has arrived, along with important new evidence. This trial is far from over. Surely you can't call the end proceedings just yet. I need more time. So let's do this. No objection from the defense team. I really wish I could have our original team captain say that herself, though. The prosecution has no objections either. You think this farce is going to continue? There is no chance of that, none at all. Isn't that right, Verity? He still thinks he was successful in his bid to kidnap Sean. But we know different. Sadly, as long as the boy remains missing, nothing changes. Judge Gavelle's hands are still tied. That sound. That's her cell phone. Huh? Mine is also ringing. Whoa, I'm getting a call too. Yo, what's up? Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Fender. We found Sean. We found Sean. Gumshoes in black? Doesn't he normally wear green? Or greenish? Oh, it's on Sean. Okay. He has two coats? Did he always have two coats? We found Sean. Detective, you did it. The most important piece of evidence of all, huh? That's some stellar work. You're the great thiefness. Thanks. We just thought we should know right away. See y'all soon. Oh, it's time to put you in the hot seat. Judge Gavelle, it's for you. Hello? Yes. Yes, I understand. I'm so glad you're safe. Be sure to thank everybody properly. You'll do that for me, won't you? Alright, be careful. I'll see you back at home. The proceedings will continue. I feel a certain freedom is returning to my hammer arm. No, how? Is this some idiotic joke? It is no such thing. The witness will return to the stand, and Mr. Winner will step up the prosecutor's bench. Yes, ma'am. How you do? Move over. You since Winner. Yeah? I'll leave the matters in your hands. Huh? Facing down your own father. This won't be easy. I'll be looking on with interest. Don't disappoint me. Oh, she just walked away. Maybe she's gonna go up to the stands, maybe, but... Very well. Is the prosecution ready to proceed? Mr. Winner, you mentioned some evidence that you wish to present to the court. Yeah, so, the knife and the chisel. Whoa, you tracked down the missing murder majigs. Well, Mr. Winner, did you? About that. No, I couldn't find them. I searched everywhere, but I was too late. Too late? How so? I remembered something. I saw Dad in the garage this morning. He was carrying something wrapped in a newspaper. Where are you going, Dad? Oh, Houston's. I was, just on my way to throw out some trash. Then I heard this sniffle, this tingling sound. Tinkling sound, huh? Let me guess. The bell from Mr. Canish's chisel. You mean to tell the court that you believe that the witness disposed of the evidence? I tried my best, but I was too late. I'm sorry. You said you looked everywhere. Everywhere? Where? Literally everywhere. I even went up to the dump. I got down to my hands and dug through the garbage. I figured that stuff would be there somewhere. Wait, that's Houston's. Huh? Hey, what are you doing here? Wah! Rude. He totally ignored me. So that's what he was doing. And even went too far to search the dump. It'd probably be that the one Sean was at, I bet. He probably went to the other one. But, all I found was this. And this is a little pungent for one thing. Yeah, and you're a little on the ripe side yourself, kiddo. I can smell you from here. What did you expect? And the knife? Probably somewhere among the trash. But there was too much to go through on my own. Very well. The court will accept the item you presented into evidence. You really outdone yourself, Eustace. You never fail to disappoint, dear boy. You dug through the rotting garbage with your bare hands. He had gloves on. And that's all you have to show for it? And And you drive me to tears, you really do.
Objection!
Might be a little too soon to turn the waterworks on just yet, dude. Let's take a closer look first. If you wish to waste your time, be my guest. Hey, Houston Smiles. Do this devastating, handsome old defense attorney a favor, will you? Hit this guy in the face with the truth. It seems Fender is on board. Good. Then let's see what I can find. An opening. Mr. Winner, could you show me the piece of evidence you found? Oh, sure. Here's letters on it. Okay. DHD? Or no, DHE? I haven't had it. Let's open it up, shall we? I can only hope that there's something of value inside. Okay, so it's a newspaper. Could this be the bell that was on Mr. Canish's chisel? Perhaps. There's some trace evidence that can be proved one way or another. It's no good. Look, it's spotless. Well, Mr. Winner, do tell. Was there anything interesting inside that little scrap of paper? Of course there wasn't. Why would there be? Why even accept it into evidence? It's literally a piece of trash. Sorry, gentlemen, but the truth hurts. Well, Houston's efforts for nothing. It's true that the bell may not be of much use to us as evidence. Nonetheless. Come on, Edgeworth, we can't give up just yet. As calm and collected as ever, I see, Miles. Unlike my poor idiot son there. Are we to assume that the prosecution has nothing more to say on the matter? Very well.
Objection!
Not so fast, Cavell. We're not just done yet. There's one thing we haven't looked at properly. Really, my boy, you want us to believe that there's more. Desperation is never a good look, you know. It seems Eustace isn't quite ready to give up just yet. And for once, I think we're both thinking the same thing. Namely, that we might not necessary to be dealing with a useless piece of trash. We can know for sure without looking more closely, but if I'm right, we're talking about... Ooh, okay. The knife, the bell, or the newspaper? I'm going to try newspaper. I'm talking about the piece of newspaper Bell was wrapped in. Seems we're really thinking the same thing. Ah, it's beautiful, it really is. Tear-jerkingly so. Someone might call it heroic optimism. Some might call it clutching at straws. But whatever one calls it, to put one's faith in a worthless piece of garbage, that takes belief. Let's take a closer look and see as worthless as you say, shall we? Eustace, if you be so kind. No fucking way, okay. Are these finger marks? Look, it's covered in some sort of oil. Judge Cavell, I'd like to have this examined for fingerprints. Could I request that you call somebody on or somebody from the forensics. Very well, summoning a technician right away. I have the results, Your Honor. It's been confirmed that these are finger marks. They are? But how? Or they're just saying it is a palm print, because that's a glove that is in my possession right now. Unfortunately, it looks like they were made by somebody wearing gloves. Okay, I should just read. No! Oh dear, well, that just gives us very much in a way of evidence, doesn't it? But I suppose it makes sense if you think about it. After all, this was important evidence. And what kind of idiot would handle something like that without gloves on? Oh, that's right. There's kind of that would fail or flail about desperately, like you, my boy. Wow. Way to talk to your kids, Super Dad. Super Dad. I'm merely calling a spade, or in this case, an idiot. Real winners know to keep their emotions out of things. I've always stopped just doing this "I'm the winner" spiel, because it makes, at least for Eustace, it just makes him seem way too full of himself, when in this angle he's too green for it. And to take no pity on the weak and the foolish, including their own ineffective offspring. Dad, you spent the last who knows how long proclaiming yourself to be a prize-winning prosecutor. But thanks to my little pep talk this morning, you finally know exactly how those prizes were won. It was all thanks to me, thanks to the power I wield. You've never stood on your own 2 feet. You've always been coddled first by me, then by Verity. Dad! Oh, dry your garbage-smelling tears. Garbage-smelling? Not that it's a stretch that doesn't suit you. That's why my nose itches. There's hair tickling it. Not that it's a stench that doesn't suit you. Even if it does make me turn up my nose in disgust.
Objection!
No, you're wrong. I am, my boy. Wrong about what? I'm not the one that smells. You are. What did you say? Yeah, you smell. And you don't even realize it. You couldn't even hide if you wanted to. Edgeworth, take a sniff. Right there, where the finger marks are. You want me to smell it? Is that oil? Yep. And I know where it came from. Wait. I know it came from somewhere too. It smells of engine oil in here. I guess Mr. Winter Sr. must be something of a motorhead. I swear that's the same motorcycle from the second game of Phoenix. That odor tells us something. Something important. It tells us exactly who threw this piece of evidence away. But I guess my dad's right. I guess we'll never be a real winner. I'll never be able to keep up my emotions out of things. And I'll never be able to stand up to him, no matter what he's done. Eustace. Be strong, Eustace. Remember what you told me. You said that you were going to be different from your father, a different kind of prosecutor.
Oh, I forgot about 5 minutes ago.
You are a prosecutor. We both are. That's why you're standing here in this courtroom. A prosecutor's highest responsibility is the truth. To see that comes into light, no matter what. We expose crimes, and we see that their perpetrators are punished, no matter who they may be. If you truly mean to continue as a prosecutor, you know what you have to do. I made you a promise. I said that if you could summon the courage to find your feet again, I'd help you. This isn't something you should have done alone. I'm here, right beside you.
Thanks, Edgeworth. Alright, let's do this. You're right. There's finger marks. Tie my dad to this crime. We just need to show everybody how.
Is that the motor oil on him? I wonder.
Take that!
You smell... Wait, the smell you pointed out to me, Eustace. Is this the smell of engine oil? Isn't it? Motorcycle oil, even.
Yup. And we both smelled it before. In the same place.
Yes, in Chairman Winter's garage. What's more, these finger marks feature some distinctive patterns, don't they? The outlines of the letters death. The same letters that appear in the fingers on these gloves.
Objection!
Oh, gloves that can be bought in any store. How does that prove anything, dear boy?
Objection!
Because you own them? How indeed. It's not the only thing that
It's not the only thing that connects your gloves to the piece of newspaper we found.
Let's look again at the scrap of paper the bell was wrapped in. And compare it to the gloves we found in Chairman Winner's garage. There's a feature that is undeniably to connect the two.
What is this? Glass shards? I don't know. But it's definitely to say.
Take that!
Look at the letter A on the finger. Half of it is missing, exactly as it is in the print on the newspaper.
What?
I would also like to draw the court's attention to the dirt on the gloves was covered in. I think that might be worth having its composition compared to that of the dirt on the newspaper. The match would make it even stronger evidence that the print was made by Chairman Winter's gloves. Officer, have the dirt of these two pieces of evidence compared right away.
Curse you, Edgeworth. And you, Eustace. Who do you think you are? Nothing but mere prosecutors.
About to kick your ass, Dad. Sorry, Dad. I think it's time you admitted defeat. You suppressed vital evidence, and we just proved that the court of law. And you didn't try to protect the defendant.
What? Do you think you're going to be able to make that stick?
You think they'll send me to prison? Me? I think you'll be the one finally to take me down. You're a fool, child. A fool.
Objection!
Just give it up, Dad. Admit what you did.
Objection!
You think you'll stand a chance with me around? You won't last 5 minutes. You know what? I think I might be okay.
All I ever want to do is become a prosecutor to make you proud. But after your men kidnapped me, and I was lying there in the dark on my own, I got to thinking that the powerless I was all this because of you. I almost gave up. I almost lost sight of the truth. But then Edgeworth appeared out of nowhere and showed me a way forward. I don't need your approval anymore, and I don't need you. After all, I found the evidence on my own, didn't I? My men kidnapped you? What are you talking about?
Objection!
I guess the courtroom is a good place as any to tell the truth, Dad.
Be careful what you say to me, boy. You may live to regret it. You're a fool, Eustace, and you always will be.
I know you've hated me for as long as I can remember. But I want you to know that despite it all, I've always looked up to you as my dad. Thanks for everything, Excelsius. And goodbye.
You, where did you? You need me, dang it.
Eustace! Burn your hair off again. The court hereby accepts that vital evidence in this case was suppressed by Chairman Winter. That crime will be tried and appropriated punishment decided at the future date. But for now, we must turn to the matter of that knife and chisel, which we still have not found. However, I believe in a full search of the garbage facility may remedy that. What? You're going to dig through all that trash? For a knife, darling? But then...
Don't worry, Lord in the Guard. I'm sure punishment won't be too pleasant.
Oh, you devil. Punish me? Moi? Impossible. Excelsior, you blithering buffoon. What did you do? What did you do? All your straggling buster and how they never declare me guilty. And now this? You were the one who went after, or you're the one I went after they arrested me, because you made me believe I could trust you. And not only that, did you kidnap a child? You tried to help me and didn't even work, idiot. You feckless, useless idiot of a man. An unsightly outburst, to say at least, but an important one, or informative one, too. Wouldn't you agree, Eustace? Yeah, she really let some juicy info slip there, right? She did, right? She did. We really need to work on your confidence. Very well. Then it seems we may be able to bring these proceedings to an end at last.
Knuckle back!
Who said that? It was Mr. What are you doing here, sir?
Sorry, Judge Gavelle. Your happy ending will have to wait.
Langzy says the end of the trial is not necessarily the end of the matter. Who are you? Yeah, they haven't met yet. Just a lonely wolf investigator by the name of Shilong Lang. And you have some sort of objection to these proceedings, I take it? Ha, not really. Your suspect over there is guilty for sure. Guiltier than you know. Lang? The Lang from 12 years ago? Oh, what is this 12 years ago thing? Yup. Good to see that you're finally about to pay for your crimes. Even if it did take you a while for you to get what was coming to you. Agent Lang, explain yourself. Are you familiar with the SS5 incident? I certainly am. It happened 12 years back.
Wait. Or, wait. 12 years ago. Look, a lot's happened, okay? This was all 12 years ago or more. My father and the president being friends, our family being the ones who kept him safe. He just changed one day. And it was like he became a different person. Now he doesn't trust the police one bit. I wonder what happened 12 years ago. Now we're gonna find out.
Sayonara, bye-bye. Please take care of yourself.
Oopsie. Hitting buttons. Could this be all connected to Agent Lang's father? And a relationship with the president somehow? Fifi Lagarde, an Excelsius winner. In the flesh. I've waited a long time for this day. After all, you're the ones who threw my family's name into the dirt. Are we to assume that you have some personal connection to the incident in question? I do, but I'm not here to talk about the past. Not yet, anyhow. Right now, I'm here for you, Gavel. Me? You and the one other person. Sean. You're both under arrest. On the suspicion of having conspired to murder Dijun Wang, the president of Zhang Fa.
Objection!
Where is your evidence, Agent Lang?
Not go back!
All in good time, Mr. Prosecutor. We haven't started our investigation yet. I want my suspects on the scene with me while I look over again. Everything over again. What have you uncovered? Agent Lang, I need to know. If you got a problem, you're more than welcome to tag along. Oh, I believe me, I will. The end of this trial is not necessarily the end of the matter. We certainly have come anywhere close to solving the mysteries of the president's murder, or uncovering the truth behind these so-called monster sightings. Oh, don't worry. I'm counting on you to at least trying to track me down. That would be half the fun. Not at any rate your chances of bringing me to justice particularly highly. Or figuring out who it was on that phone. Yes, I'd say the matter is far from over. Yet. Why would you think Sean and Verity would kill the president? I wonder if that yellow speckly stuff was oil and Excelsius killed him. Excelsius killing him would make a lot of sense. Why is Penny panicking? Could you maybe calm down a little? Calm down, no way, Jose. Not until I all come clean. It's all for your good, dang it. Our intrepid reporters refuse to give up, even in the face of repeated stonewalling from the crew. Look, you ladies need to stop harassing these people, or I'll have to ask you to. You cops sure got a lot of nerve, 'cause I'm a lot of hurt.
Y'all are the ones who let Taurosaurus run wild. Hoping to hide the fact that they bred this menace themselves. The staff is clinging desperately to their story. Look, we're not really breeding anything. And this is a movie set. Say the gal who told me done seeing Gordy with her own dang eyes. I assure you I saw something, but that doesn't mean we're keeping monsters here. All right, break it up. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. And Sean. Are you on the trial here in Monster Infestation too, huh? No, we're on the trail of a criminal. Like Z says, the darkness of the criminal's heart can sometimes be compared to a monster. That's to say, the killer is no different from a monster, really. Agent Lang, this is highly regular, sir. We can't allow members of the public into the crime scene. These people are important witnesses. I need them to be here. Well, Agent Lang, here we are. Where do you intend to begin? Let's start by summing up the facts. President Wang's body was discovered here this morning. He hadn't been since the night before last. Yes, he slipped off while his bodyguard noticing, if I remember correctly. So he was missing over a day. And the last person to see him alive was Judge Gavelle on the roof of the big building. Why did the two of you arrange a meet? I'm sorry, but I can't say. Not even to defend herself from the accusation of murder. Why? Why can't you just tell us? Why is the milk carton sweating too? Please, Judge Gavelle, we're trying to help you. Ah, she can't say because she's only to incriminate herself more. I know you had something to do with the president's murder, and I'm going to prove it. Yeah.
Objection!
You said yourself that the body was only found this morning. How do you explain the time passed between Judge Gavelle's meeting and the president and then?
Not so fast!
That's exactly what I'm hoping we're about to find out. I'm particularly interested in what happened last night. So why don't you tell us exactly how all went down, Sean Fenn? Me? We know you were here on the set last night. You were, Sean? We have testimony from the woman over there and the forensic evidence from the footprints that prove it. You came back to run your lines, right? What? You were spying on me? I'm sorry. I was just making sure you were okay. It was late, and I was worried about you. How many times do I have to tell you? I don't need you to worry about me. Sean, that's no way to talk to an adult. She was trying to look out for you. Apologize this instant. Sorry. I told you before, I won't have you speaking to people that way. Wow, this is a whole new Judge Gavelle. It seems she is just as strict on her son as she was with those who break the law. Are you listening to me? If I ever told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, you must... I was worried I cut it off there. And I want you to remember that, alright?
Not so fast!
Can we get on with the investigation now? Oh, of course, forgive me. I don't
think I've ever seen her so passionate about anything. I guess Judge Gavell's the mother will take a little getting used to. Are we to understand that you are accusing Sean of being involved somehow, Agent Lang? I just want the truth. I need to know why the president was killed. And by who? Well, I know of 3 possible suspects, and it's not Judge Gavell. And by who? I don't care what it takes. I'm gonna find out. I guess it makes sense for him to be so determined. The president was practically family to him. All right, Sean, perhaps you could tell us what happened late last night. Or last night. Fine by me, but I got nothing to hide. You have a videotape of him doing the lines. I had a bad day yesterday. Messed up a couple of takes. We were scheduled to shoot the same scene again today. So I thought I'd put in some extra practice. And that's what I did. It's that simple. It's not like that I haven't done it before. It was fine. Nothing happened. You've been rehearsing late You've been rehearsing late at night again? When I called you yesterday evening, Sean, you said you were at the hotel. You called him? Around what time? It must have been 11 p.m. or thereabouts. It was one of our rules. When Sean stays away from home, we have to speak every night. Yeah, well, I wasn't at the hotel. I was here on set. So you lied to me? Yeah. Sorry. Oh, now she's mad. I think this is kind of amazing how hard he wants to work on his acting, though. Nonetheless, a parent can't help but worry. A child alone late at night, anything could have happened to him. And indeed it did. He got himself entangled in this case. But he said nothing happened, right? He did, although I can't help wonder if he was telling the truth. Are we allowed to watch the tape? Hey, before I start pressing, are we allowed to watch the tape? Not there. There, and not there. Okay, that doesn't really help us.
Hold it!
A bad day. Could you elaborate a little? What, I have to spell it out for you? It was just bad, okay? Huh? What do you think? Did he drink too much milk, maybe? How did you... I mean, no. Nothing like that. So was it yes? So it might be more accurate to say that his stomach had a bad day. Are you lactose? Could be it. I don't know. Huh? I thought milk was supposed to be good for your digestion. Shut up. We're done talking about that. The point is, I messed up these takes.
Hold it!
Hold it. So you wanted to rehearse your lines in preparation for the reshoots? Yeah. Because I caused enough trouble for everybody, messing things up the first time around. I wasn't about to do that again. I'm a pro. You sure about that? You're too young to be a pro. You can only admire his dedication and his sense of responsibility to his co-workers. Shona takes work so seriously. He's a real inspiration to everybody.
Even the takes he said he messed up, it wasn't like he was actually a problem. He just wanted them to make them as good as they could be. He always says that even a tiny bit better is. Shut up. Why do you always have to say stuff people don't need to hear? Oh, sorry, Sean. He maybe could work on his people skills a little more. Anyway, I was saying. Alright, which one's the press that's actually going to give me something here?
Hold it!
Sean, about what you just said. How many times I have to make you promise? If you're going to rehearse on your own, you have to tell me. I know. But that little outburst rather stole my thunder. Let me ask again about what... Wow. I think it's pretty cool though, Sean. More interruptions. It's all the hours of practice that makes you the best. You could be a little by little. Yeah. Let the crew member. Like, at least I have her name in the bottom there, but crew member. I could put it up there too. I'm the same. I went from small-time thief to average thief. And then before I knew it, greatness beckoned. You haven't stolen anything yet. You did rescue Sean, but you haven't stolen anything yet. But now, I finally made it. And I'm not about to stop doing my best. Neither should you. Ahem. May I continue? Now, Sean, do you often rehearse alone? Finally, I got my question out with being interrupted. Oh, it went in the next one. Oh, poop.
Hold it!
Are you sure about that? What do you mean? Of course I'm sure. It was just a regular evening. Nothing out of the ordinary. Huh? Regular evening? How can you say that? Somebody was... Kay. He's just a child. You must be too hard on him. Nothing happened, really. Nothing to do with the case, anyway. At least, that's what it sounds like he wants us to believe. But wait, don't we have some evidence related to what happened last night? We do. And we also have the time to be humoring the lies of the child. Let's use what we have to point out, the contradictions in his testimony. Alright, what do I have to present to him specifically? Surrounded by shards of concrete, flecks of some yellow stuck to his clothes. Latest graded 12-year hiatus, Torosaurus Gordy. Combination from Microsoft untouched, while the side chain was cut sometime last night. Modeled on the first generation Torosaurus design. Seems like it fell from the roof on the... Could that be it? Could have fallen off that table. Yeah. Belonged to President Wang. Can replay. Parked big. Filmed yesterday. Sean's rehearsing by a monster footprint. Maybe this is it. Photo taking yesterday. No monster prints. No body to be visible at that point. Okay. That's probably not it. That's not definitely not it. His heart was on the 51st floor storeroom. Like, no. Okay, I didn't see this. How would she even know that he was there? What if he picked up a mask and put it on? The case, okay, 18 years ago. Garden. Probably not. Okay, it's probably this. Or should I put it? Day, so I thought I'd put in some extra practice, and this is what I did. It's simple. It's not like I haven't done it before. It was fine. Nothing happened. Oh crap. Alright, skip through that. Nothing happened. So let's present the tape. I hope it's not the footprint. Alright, let's try tape first.
Objection!
Am I right or wrong? Looks like I'm right. Okay, good. Nothing happened. I'm sorry, but you're lying. This proves it beyond a doubt. Wait, how did you... That's right, your rehearsal tape. What? You have video footage from last night? We do, and if you watch it, you'll see that it was no ordinary evening. There's a footprint there already. There is, and I'm not sure that's an everyday sight, even on a film set. Yeah, what actually made the prints? Or did they eventually put them in there? Sean, why did you keep this from me? No reason. Remember, I was kidnapped. Liar. That stuff may work on your mommy, kid, but that's not going to work on me. Why did you hide the tape? I don't think she... Didn't Penny give us the tape? I don't think he hid it. Like, what are you talking about? Sean, you have to tell us. You. Look, I just don't want anybody to see me rehearsing, okay? I don't like it. That makes sense. Penny gave us the tape, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know if that even really matters. So you were embarrassed, is that it? Yeah. What's so weird about that?
Not so fast!
That's why you didn't hand it over vital evidence. Sean, how could you? I'm pretty sure he was captured at this point. Blah! Oh, give me a break. You know about it now, don't you? Sure, the footprint was there. But I ran my lines and went home. That was it. What in... Alright. Here we go. What in nothing about the giant monster footprint stuck to you as weird? It's a giant monster footprint. On a set of a giant monster movie. It's not like there isn't all kinds of weird stuff around here. I don't buy that for a second, Chief. There is something hinky about this kid, and I'm standing right here. Dang, Skippy, there he is. He's hiding a scoop. He's hiding a scoop under those horns. Or under their horns. Should it be though? Whatever. Or my name ain't Lot of Heart. Or a lot of hair. Oh, shut up, both of you. I'm done talking.
Objection!
No, you're not. What? The footprint isn't the only strange thing about last night. What unusual occurrence happened yesterday evening? Ooh, I was not expecting this. Ooh, I was not expecting this. Do I present it for like this? Maybe? Because he disappeared? Which, does that matter? Probably, maybe not. He's in the picture. The footprints aren't there yet. The head, maybe. Could it be him? Because he was killed at some point. He may not even actually died there, though. I'm assuming Excelsius did it, but it might not have been. But assuming if Excelsius did it because of the specs on his chest. And that's the oil from his gloves. Although they're a little yellow though. Okay, there was a. I'm gonna try the murder first, I guess. Prison. It's not okay. All right. It does what? You don't sense it. There's surprises there, I guess. You're still only a child. Says the guy who clearly thinks like one. Wow. Get that junk out of my face. Aw. I must have messed up somehow. So the murder is not it. We need to think back over everything that happened yesterday one more time. We do. I'm not about to let the boy mock me again. Seriously? I think you have more important things to be getting upset about right now, don't you? Come on, what happened last night again? We have to think. Okay, if it was not the murder, maybe the head. So let's try that.
Take that!
Okay. The model of the Torosaurus head fell from the roof of the trailer last night. Did you expect us to believe that you knew nothing about that? I don't know what you're talking about. Is that so? I told you, I ran my lines. I went home. That was it. What do you know about that stupid falling head? Or were you saying that I can prove I know something? Sadly not. It is entirely possible that the head fell after Sean left. No proof, huh? Then this conversation is over. Something tells me he doesn't want to talk about last night anymore is absolutely necessary. What is he hiding? Hold it right there. What is it, Agent Lang? So it's just as I thought. Thanks, Mr. Prosecutor. This footage of yours backs up my theory nicely. What? There was something else on that tape? Yep, look closely. I see a costume is up on the top left. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a Torosaurus suit. Something's different. Do you see it? It's kind of like darkened over there, so not really. It's open. Okay, I guess that might be it. I'm not sure. There's just kind of a hanging out and looking a little saggy. Oh, and the zipper on the back is done up tight. Does that matter? The zipper. Where's the bag next to it? Huh?
That's... I guess you all can see now, right? On the tape, the zipper is wide open. Why? Because someone's inside the suit, that's why. Really? Oh. What? Mr. Powers, that zipper. What can you tell us about it? Yeah. Oh, well, we clearly closed it up tight when the suit isn't in use. That's right, Mr. Prosecutor. And do you remember something else that I've said not so long ago? Let me refresh your memory. And what if your friend Gavel pushed the president off the big building the night before last? And then came down here on the movie set to hide the body somewhere? I don't think she did that. I really don't. Come on, Lang, that's a stretch. Yeah, but where? There are all kinds of stuff down here. Costumes, equipment. You could hide it anywhere. And then come back a day later, last night. In other words, to take it out again. You're saying the body could have been hidden in the Torosaurus suit. That's exactly what I'm saying. Isn't that right, Gavel? You pushed the president off the roof just like I said. I don't think that happened. Then you hid his body inside that costume. I most certainly did not. Protest all you like. I'm not going to believe you. You're the only person who could have done this. Yeah, that would probably make more sense, to be fair.
Objection!
I thought we already proven that would have been impossible. The movie set was locked at the time. There is no way Judge Gavel would have been able to get in here. What if she had an accomplice? No. What? I've got a little theory for you. I think you're going to like it. It's not Sean. I know exactly what you're about to say. The little kid is not going to be able to pick up President Wang. He's only 13. And if it's the same guy from the first episode, he was probably really heavy. If the two of them are working together, the problem of the lock goes away. They worked to hide the body together too, by dragging it over the Torosaurus suit and stuffing it inside. I don't think that happened. You think the murder was really that carefully planned? Yeah. I'm actually glad he came back, because before the previous episode, when the Winner's dad was being accused, they seemed very insufferable, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know. These two were just like, and then Verity changes and you're like, oh, okay. And then now we're getting a change for Houston's. I was actually really glad when he came back. It's like, oh, thank you. I wish he was here the entire time, but what can you do? It was the assassination of the world leader. It could only have been carefully planned.
Overruled.
To suggest that Sean could have been involved in this, it's unthinkable.
Not so fast.
He is only 13, guys, remember. You're my prime suspect. What makes you think I'm going to listen to a word you say? But what about a motive? What reason would either of them have to kill President Wang? Who knows? But we'll find out soon enough. She was the last one to meet with him. I'm pretty sure that's not true. And she won't tell us why. Pretty darn suspicious. Maybe she's trying to get cut. I don't know. Even if you have to agree with that. You probably should just tell us, Cavell. Judge Cavell, I don't suppose you can convince you to share any more details. My apologies, but that's one thing I cannot do. However, rest assured, should that ever change, you'll be the first to know. So I'm wondering if she's hiding something for Sean. Maybe, I don't know. So please, you have to believe me? Yeah, murderers have a habit of saying that. Do they? I don't know. What about you, kid? Any weak excuses to offer? If so, now's the time to get it off your chest. I've got nothing to say to you. I'm innocent. I'm pretty sure a kid didn't do anything. Both of you as tight-lipped as each other, huh? But let me guess, you're still going to try and stick up for them. It's true, Judge Cavell's actions certainly make her seem suspicious. But nothing she told me, or told us, amounts to a motive of murder, or even suggests of one. Yeah, I have no clue what she's hiding because this is my first playthrough of the second game. Hopefully she tells us soon. Or if she never does, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No, and like I said, I'm leaving the motive aside for now. For the moment, I'm focusing on means and opportunity. For my money, these two had been working together for a little plot to succeed. I really don't. You have two assassins running around. And Chairman Winner. And we haven't even... Whatever. Hold it. You're seriously suggesting that a child could have been an accomplice in this murder? Look at him. He's still in elementary school. There's no way that a kid that young would be involved in something like this. I think I mentioned that he's a junior high, right? That doesn't really matter, but... Bang Z says he's still 13. Pity no wolf, be he a cub or grizzled elder. It doesn't matter how young he is. If he's guilty, he's guilty. He'll be treated as such. Wow, wolf cubs have it hard, huh? I'm surprised at you, Mr. Prosecutor. You're saying he deserves mercy just because of his age. Of course not. I'm saying that there's no way he did this. And I'm going to prove it to you. I look forward to it. But be warned. I'm only getting warmed up. Oh, this is not your final form, huh?
Hold it!
Goes away how, exactly? I thought you might try this. But you and I both know exactly how. Let's make it nice and simple for you. First, she pushes the president off the roof. Pushes... Okay. Then the kid opens the combination lock because he knows the code. It was cut off. Yup, the kid opens those. Lock, gotcha. Okay, the other way around. And that's it, simple. No mere lock to worry about. And one more objection out of her, not being able to, or not able to get in because she didn't know the code. That explains away the problem of the lock. That's true. It's true. Thank you for your clear and incisive explanation, Agent Lang. Please continue. So I'm guessing maybe I'll have to present the lock in this one, maybe.
Hold it!
But if the two of them were working together, why would they need to hide the body for a full day?
Knuckle back!
Well, look at the situation right in front of you. And plus, if he fell from the 51st floor, or 52nd technically, because the roof, I don't know. Wouldn't he just be pizza? Well, look at the situation right in front of you. Thanks to a little ruse, we're still puzzling over what they were even up to now. But if you let me speak, I can clear this up, or up this whole mess once and for all. Ready? Good. So like I was saying, they work together to hide the body. Maybe. Do you actually think Manfred's dead? He hasn't come back, so it's possible. Always wondered that. Did they actually give him... Because I know they did with Dahlia. They definitely did kill her. Because they mentioned it in the third game. But I don't think they've ever mentioned what happened to Manfred. Maybe they'll go back to an event or sometime. I hope they make another game. Hopefully. Ready? Good. So, like I was saying, they work together to hide the body. The dragon over by the Taurus or Hold it! Okay. The video footage doesn't show the inside of the suit. You can't say for certain there was a body in there at the time, can you? Maybe not. But if we can take a look right now, let's open it up. Let's see what's inside. I'd put money on finding the proof that it was there. Oh, if we find that little suit, the little yellow, maybe. Do you mind if we examine the suit, Mr. Powers? Oh, not at all. Might be a little ripe, though. Gets pretty sweaty in there. Oh. Ooh, maybe he was in there. Ooh, okay. Huh? It's filthy. Yeah, pretty weird. I always clean it out pretty good. If you don't, it can get kind of moldy. What are you objecting for? In other words, what we're looking at is proof that somebody other than you used the costume. That dirt in there must have come from the body. I guess the president was lying right in the middle of that footprint. He probably would have gotten pretty dirty. Exactly. Well, everybody happy now? Oh, is this a new line? Inside the suit was covered with dirt. It must have been from the body. Was hidden there. Hold it.
Hold it!
I don't know. He probably wasn't on set yesterday, so that's probably why the dirt's still in there. If the dirt was from the body, it was hidden inside the suit. Are we assuming that it came directly from the body, correct? Ha. What are you even talking about? Because of course we are. Where else would it have come from? I think I know. I think I exactly know. It is pretty filthy in there, huh? The dirt got everywhere. Especially around the part where the chest would have been. The chest. I think that might have been an important clue.
His theory hangs together pretty well, I have to say. It certainly is the case that they could have carried out the murder if we were working together. I don't think we stand much to gain by disputing that. So what do we do instead? We listen carefully to his testimony once more and see if we can tease out anything of value. Oh, last time you said tease, I had to press something again. But hold on, before I do that. Yeah, what is on that glove? It kind of looks like the same stuff inside the suit. So it was probably Excelsius. And the assassins are just the red herrings running around. Because he was a red herring in the second case. Second, right? Ah, whatever. Two of them were working together. No, it goes away. I wonder if I should present the lock. The combination lock in front of the gate was left untouched. Side gate chain was cut sometime last night. Well, let's just do it.
Objection!
Yeah, I got dinged. What? Why? What are you trying to tell me here? You really don't see it. I can only suggest that you are no longer an investigator you once were. What are you talking about? Seriously? I'm not the one asking questions about irrelevant junk. If anybody was no longer investigating once were, it's you. I sure was like piece of evidence. I'm surprised that didn't work, actually. Because he said he opened the lock, but that thing was cut. So there's no way he put the lock in because it was cut. Because why would he cut it if he could just open it? But they're not going that direction. Okay, fair enough. I'm working them out together too. Dragging by over there. First for a suit, stuffing inside. This how the suit was covered with dirt. It must be clean hidden there. Yeah. Okay. I want to present this, but it might not work. Inside the suit was covered with dirt. It must be from the body was hidden there. You know what? No, let's just do it. If I get dinged, I get dinged.
Objection!
Ah, crap. 90 says, doubt the first man who makes a statement without proof? I don't think I'm going as far as to doubt what you just said. I'll just ignore it. Because it's clearly a total bluff. Well, no, I had reasons. Ah, can I have really been wrong? You can't bluff your way past Agent Lang, Miss Redgrave. I was just trying to compare one thing. You're right. I need to confirm with him head on if I'm going to get anywhere here. No, I only wanted to present the dirt plus those little white little things that are on the glove inside. Could maybe be the same in the suit, but if not, oh well. By dragging it over to the sorcerer suit and the stuffing inside. They've been working inside to hide the body together too. I don't know, actually. Maybe it was the Japanese version. Maybe it had a pun, maybe, and then this is the translated I don't know. That I cannot answer. Definitely, it does seem like big building. Okay, yeah. Well, maybe they even thought for a sec. I don't know. Who knows? I'm pretty sure it's probably a pun that they had to translate, and maybe it doesn't work for us. Dragging over to restore suit stuffing inside. What do I present towards you? Actually, you know what? No, let me do this real quick, because he did say I had to tease something out. Let's press this one again. I'm gonna present the third statement again, because this happened to me.
Hold it.
I think it was maybe it was one of Manfred's. No, it was Franziska. Franziska had an additional thing. Okay, we did that one. All right, let's repress this one, and then she got a new line, which was the correct one. I don't think this would have worked if he pushed her or pushed him off the top of the roof. I think he would be very badly damaged, and the body does not look like he fell from that high. Let's just put it that way. Okay, looks like maybe there's nothing. I'll press the last one again just in case.
Hold it.
Okay, nothing new showed up. All right. Dragging over to restore suit, stuffing inside. Inside of the suit was covered with dirt from when the body was hidden there. But he's not really dirty though. Yeah. And the dirt isn't the same color as what's on his chest. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, get back over there. Let's present President Wang.
Objection.
Okay. Don't think too hard. So our assumption is that inside of the suit is dirty because the dirt came from the body. Would it be safe to say that is the case? Why? Is there a problem? The part of the suit that is directly in front of the opening is particularly dirty. Yeah, that really is. But look at the victim. The area of his body would have been in contact with a part of the suit that isn't dirty at all. If the victim had been crammed in there, as you suggest, his chest would be barely covered in dirt, or be covered in dirt. Ah, fine. So what is your explanation? Yeah, he does. How did all that dirt get inside there? I'm not sure. Based on the videotape, there, well,
have been somebody in the suit all the time. So who was it if it wasn't the president?
Probably whoever cut the chain.
Come on, Kay, think. Where was it? Is something the matter, Kay? I've seen dirt like that somewhere else. I'm sure of it. I just can't think where. Dirt with a weird little gray bits in it. Gray bits. She's right. There's something mixed in there.
Would it be oil? Would it be oil?
It was stuck into something else we looked at. Lots of it. Stuck in something we looked at. An item of evidence, maybe. Perhaps worth checking.
Take that!
Kay, as Kay pointed out, the dirt in the suit contains flecks of something gray.
And?
We discovered similar flecks stuck on an item belonging to somebody we recently had dealings with. The item in question being these gloves. You're right, the dirt looks similar. But so what? What are you saying this stuff is?
Motor oil.
What exactly are these gray flecks of yours? I believe the gray flecks are... Oh, it's not oil. Ooh, this threw me a curveball. Plastic, concrete, or paint? I'm going to say concrete. Because there's nothing that had anything to do with plastic that I know of. Or paint. Surely there are flecks of concrete. Oh, like the little bits, broken up bits around the footprints, you mean? Exactly. And who did the gloves on which we found similar dirt and gray flecks belong to? Chairman Winter. We found them in his garage. That's right, we visited a garage at his home earlier today, and we found the pair of mechanics gloves covered in dirt. And if we recall correctly, a sledgehammer and a shovel too. Why would a pair of mechanics gloves be covered in dirt? Because he put dirt on it. Oh, that'd suck. I'll tell you why. It's because somebody wore them while they used the hammer and shovel. They smashed through the concrete dirt below, staining the gloves with both substances. Wait, so you're saying? Yes. That we finally know what these footprints really are. It seems highly likely they were dug by Chairman Winter. Highly likely, pah! If that's so, then tell me this. Why in the heck did he make them? What purpose could they possibly serve? Why indeed? I imagine they must have been digging up something, burying something. Was he digging or burying? Could have there been something in the slot, because he wouldn't have been able to do it if the building was built there. So let's try digging.
I think it must have been digging something up. Oh no, don't say that. I imagine the events unfolded something like this. There was something on this lot that he needed to unearth. In order to do so, he cut the chain on the side of the entrance to gain access from there. He used the sledgehammer and shovel to dig up 3 footprints. When he found what he was looking for, he bagged it up and filled in the holes. Ah, but that's when Sean must have showed up, right? I think he did, yes. Chairman Winter would have had to have been able, Chairman Winter would have had to find a hiding place, and the Torosaurus suit provided just that. Ah. You got all that from a pair of dirty gloves. It's good, but it's just a speculation. We don't have any proof that he was inside that suit. He could have dug those holes and gotten out of there before the kid even showed up.
Objection!
Are you sure? Maybe, I don't know. But if he didn't, and there was some proof right there in the footage. Oh yeah, wasn't that bag in the garage? I'm not, It shows that Chairman Winter was still present when this recording was made. What? It's a shame that Agent Lang didn't notice it himself. But if we compare the to the situation as to repair Sean's rehearsal tape. Oh, maybe the bag isn't there. Yeah, I know. That's all he did, yeah. There's the bag. Okay. I thought I did see it. Okay, it was with Houston's. It soon comes clear that the chairman was present. What part of this image shows that Chairman Winter was still here? Sean's face.
Take that!
Winter, your dad he's a messed up man, let me tell you. Look at the bag next to the Torosaurus suit. We saw the same bag in Chairman Winter's garage. The same bag, the dirt on the gloves, and it has to indicate a connection, surely. I think that's pretty much seals it. It was Excelsius Winter in that suit. And if he was in there, the president's body could have been... Hi-ya! Good. It seems I'm convinced Agent Lang is the flaws of his theory. So I'm gonna get Chairman Winter house right away. We need to know what's in that bag. Yeah, sure. Why, Lotta? Why? Y'all done lost your minds? I can't believe what I'm hearing here. What's this hog's will?
This is what we need. Ahem, there's a torch for putting it.
Oh my god, she was not paying attention.
Ain't no holes dug by no old guy. That is true. He's kind of real. He was, yeah. I think I've demonstrated more than adequately. That's what exactly they are. How old is Excelsius? Isn't he like 60 or almost 60 or almost 70? But this is a video game. What does that matter? Don't matter to me none that you just did. I don't believe it. And that's that. I've done told y'all. I've seen that big bad bull with my own 2 eyes. The giant eye peering through the window. I thought we got past that nonsense. We ain't just about to let that go. What kind of journalist do you think we did? Or we be if we did? Huh? Responsible ones. But I guess that's the whole problem. Wait, ain't like it's just about the footprints know-how. You were seen fraternizing with one of them. They're monsters. Ain't that correct, young man? You guys are really entertaining that. By the young lady over there. I'm not very much mistaken. We're never going to get anywhere with these two around. You're right. You were right. Maybe we could prove to them it wasn't a monster either. They might finally drop it. What do you think that Mr. Edgeworth? Any bright ideas? Prove that it wasn't a monster. Fine, I suppose, or I don't suppose there's much else for it. And to see what we can do. What were you two whispering about? Y'all hiding something? Ain't ya? A minute. Quick, Tabby. Roll tape.
Hold it!
Could I politely ask you both to calm down? Yeah. Or got locked up. For something, yeah. The monster and the boy was talking to. We know what it was now. Huh? That's right. Sean's rehearsal tape finally cleared that particular mystery. It did? The point at which Miss Nichols, though she saw Sean with Gordy. That would have been right when he was making his rehearsal tape. I think she mistook a certain object for a legendary creature of the lake. Your so-called monsters right here in this picture. I don't see the... Huh? I don't see no Gordy. Ain't nothing but a dumb snapshot. You're talking to a pro here. Can't fool me with no trick photography. What was Miss Nichols' Gordy really? I'm assuming this, but I didn't see the little wrapping. That's why I was like, I don't see it. So I'm guessing it's this.
Take that!
Yes. Yes. That's right. It was a camera crane. That's what Miss Nichols saw, not Gordy. What? Sean's rehearsal tape was shot from a noticeably elevated viewpoint. A viewpoint that would only have been possible if the camera in question was attached to a crane. Bull. How the heck would she make a mistake like that, huh?
Objection!
In the little thing, it did look like it was Gordy, though. I do admit that.
How indeed, Miss Nichols? Yes. You told us that you think you might need a new glasses, didn't you? Well, no, actually, in the little flashback thingy, it was wrapped up. It did look like Gordy's face because it was like the little thing, and then it had the little tube, like where the mouth nozzle would be. It did. Yeah, my eyesight got way worse all of a sudden. I'd imagine that if you thought you saw Gordy, it was quite heavily shrouded in darkness. That's right, I only really saw a silhouette. But you done told us. Skin like an enormous worm, you said. Y'all about to try and tell us your precious crane up and grew skin somehow? Ain't even no flesh on them, those metal bones, let alone skin. You're entirely correct, of course, about the crane, as there was a particular picture anyway. But it did have skin of sort last night. I know you were a scoop hater. What? But this is plumb crazy. You want Tabby and me starving, that's it. It's not real. Stop. That wasn't my intent at all. But I do think it's time to finally put them both out of their misery. Oh, calm down there, Edgeworth. Gordy's skin is right here in front of us. It wasn't skin at all. It was this. The tarp.
Take that!
Or plastic. Whichever. Miss Nichols told us it seemed likely to rain last night. That never happened in the end. But I think Sean may have covered the crane with rainproof sheeting nonetheless. And that was my intrepid young reporters. Is what Miss Nichols mistook for Gordy's skin. What?
Why do you have a bear trap?
Oh, heck.
Yeah.
Like, oh. You see everything now, don't you? You gotta say, you're pretty amazing. Thank you. Ah, see? Stop telling me to shut up. I'm sorry, Miss Hart, but Miss Nichols' monster was no such thing. It was simply a trick of the light. And just like that, my dream dies again. Chief, you guys are fine. There's no monster. And weren't you a paranormal photographer? Shouldn't you be doing that right now? When did you go back to monster hunting? Heh, I think I may have finally shut them up. I thought the kid was holding us out on us. But it seemed like it could have maybe been a little wrong, maybe. All right, we know that so-called monster was. Now everybody happy. Everyone except these two.
Agent Long! The President's autopsy report is out, sir. It is? Let me see it. Death was due to a full body contusions and bone breakage caused by extreme pressure from above.
Does that mean he fell?
So our cause of death, he was crushed.
Just as we thought. So yeah, okay, he didn't fall. Maybe. Mr. Wang's autopsy was jotted down and organized. Cause of death crushing. Time of death April 5th, approximately 11 p.m. So Judge Gavell was calling Sean at this point. She's not the crusher.
Test results still haven't come back from the yellow substance found on his chest. But they did find a gunshot residue on his right hand. Ooh, who'd he shoot at? Gum shop residue? Did you not hear him right? Guess he was a kid at heart, huh? Gunshot residue K. It is a substance left behind. It's a substance left behind when firing is discharged. Its presence indicates that the president may have used a gun. Really? But we didn't find a gun anywhere, did we? Indeed not, which makes this residue something of a riddle. We need to read the report carefully. Well, Agent Lang, that clears one thing up at least. Can I read it now? Gunshot residue detected on right hand. Flecks of yellow substance stuck on his clothing, still undergoing analysis. Death was due to full body contusions and bone breakage caused through extreme pressure from above. Okay. The president didn't die from a fall, which means he wasn't pushed from the roof of the big building. He was crushed by the falling Torosaurus head, just as we said he was. Guess I have to accept that now. Fine, you're right. So what did he shoot? Amazing. Does that mean Judge Gavelle isn't suspect anymore either? Surely it must. Both cause and time of death rule her out. She met with the president the night of before last. Oh wait, yeah. I know Sean would have been, whatever. No, she would have been calling him. Okay, no, that still sticks. But the autopsy report puts the time of death around 11 p.m. last night. And we know that the Torosaurus head fell around then too. The facts line up perfectly. Whew, what a relief. Sorry. It might not be a little too soon to celebrate. What? Sure. I think we can accept that the falling head must have been what killed the president. But that begs the question of what could have caused it to fall, or who. We know it happened last night, so we have to think about who was here at the time. What are you getting at exactly? You can't mean. I'm afraid I do. You did it, didn't you? Sean. Oh, are you freaking serious? The kid's hiding something. He might be, but it's not that. He was right here last night. Right when the body was found. He saw the footprints. And yet he wants us to believe he knows nothing about what happened. That's a big ass, surely.
Objection!
We haven't established if the footprints had anything to do with the murder. Even if he did see them, that doesn't mean he was involved. Maybe not, but his face tells me a different story. Or different. As does the fact that he's shaking like a leaf. It doesn't seem like Agent Lang might be onto something. But I don't think Sean's going to talk. Fine, keep your mouth shut, kid. I have a better idea. Why don't we let your tape do the talking? What exactly are you planning, Agent Lang? The police have some pretty sophisticated image analysis tools these days.
You would go to such extreme lengths to see my son convicted. It's not ideal, but if the boy won't talk, we don't have any other way of getting the truth. Detective Gumshoe, you have access to exactly such a device, do you not? Sure do, little V. Good. Then that should make this nice and quick. Mr. Edgeworth, might I request that it be you who carries out the analysis in question? Why me? I fear that Agent Lang might be inclined to believe the worst. Image analysis isn't exactly my specialty, but all right. Are there any new clues to be discovered somewhere in the image data, I wonder? Can I zoom in? I don't remember. Yes. Okay. What in the... What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Let me see. Eek! What is it? What is the matter? Show me. Mr. Edgeworth, the court asks you to share your findings. Verity, we're not in the court right now. Zoom in the top right part of the image and look closely. There's a person there. It's the president. Oh my. What? You're kidding, right? Well, I'd say that's pretty decisive, wouldn't you? This doesn't look good for Sean at all. Wait, that doesn't prove anything. I didn't know he was there. I don't believe you. And the image does, in fact, prove something very important. That you and the presidents were here at the scene of the crime, together. Admit it, kid. You murdered President Wang. In what world? No, that's ridiculous. Why? Why would he? Sean, you didn't. You couldn't have. Can you? Didn't we just establish Excelsius winners here somewhere? What can we do, Mr. Edgeworth? It's hard to push back against footage like that. Surely even you can't deny this looks pretty bad for the kid, Mr. Prosecutor. Arrgh. He claimed to know nothing about what happened. It's very possible. But the president right there with him. Doesn't mean he said anything to Sean. Sean, what are you not telling us? We have to know. He's right, Sean. Be honest now. It's the only way. The truth is, it was all my, oh god damn it, my fault. Sean, what did you do? It was my fault the Torosaurus head fell off the trailer. Oh no, really? No, don't tell me. Oh no. What happened while I was rehearsing? I went up to the roof of the trailer to prep the kit I was using. I turned on the heater while I was there. I must have left it burning when I came back down to run my lines. Then my mom called and I left the set to go talk to her. When I came back after the call, the Torosaurus had fallen off from the roof end. The president was just there lying next to it. I'm pretty sure this has nothing to do with him, and it's all Excelsius. No. We did find evidence of a fire having broken out up on the roof. It was just a tiny one, so I put it out myself. So you were saying the president died because of Sean? If he did, that would make this whole thing just an accident. What did you do with the head after you found it on the ground? I took it apart and carried the pieces up to the roof and put it back together again. You're saying you put out the fire and moved the head back to where it fell from. In other words, you tried to cover your tracks. You're a real piece of work, kid. It's not like I did anything on purpose. I just forgot to turn the heater off. Yeah, yeah. I saw her go to the right. No, I saw her go to the left. Which one is it? They're both right, because he was standing right there. It's not like I did any of this on purpose. I really just forgot to turn off the heater off. Yes, and when the fire burned through the legs of the table, would have collapsed and the head would have fallen down on the ground below. You're right, the fire caused the head to fall. Indeed. And I also happen to have an idea about how the fire may have started. Those cans of paint thinner by the heater are pretty flammable. Not a great place to keep them. And you swear it was an accident. It seems a little convenient what the president was even doing here in the first place. It is a little weird that the president was here in the first place. How the heck am I supposed to know? I didn't see anybody, I swear. I still don't believe you. Why would a President Wang come to a place like this in the middle of the night? That I don't know, but I know he loves Torosaurus. That's all we know. His reason for coming here are something of a mystery, it's true. He met Judge Gambit up on the roof 2 nights ago. Did he want Sean's autograph? That would make sense, because if he talks to his mom, because he's a Torosaurus fan. I don't know. Then why would she hide that? That seems a little weird. What if he was also here on the roof said, last night, did he come here to meet Sean? That's a possibility. If he wanted his autograph or something of that nature, I don't know. I think we need to go over the body or the boy's statement very carefully indeed. What happened while I was rehearsing? Alrighty. Ooh, this one has a lot. 6.
Hold it!
Hold it! You're a fit and hardy young man, Sean. It's spring now. Surely you didn't really need to fire up that stove.
Overruled!
He's a fit, hardy young man who needs to look after himself. Yeah, no, he is pretty like, yeah. But then it also, they had that thing where you like like his skin just like sagged off. It was so weird.
Objection!
Really, Your Honor. But if he resorts to such measures during even warm weather. Seriously? You two are going to argue over something that, like that right now? He's right, of course. You've made your point, Sean. But I've told you before, watch how you talk to people. I think he was criticizing you as much as he was me, Your Honor. Yes, Mom. Anyway, where was I? Well, it could have been cold. Spring isn't the... Well, I guess it depends on the area, I guess, but...
Hold it!
It can get cold in spring. You left it burning. You didn't think to check before you came back down to the lot. I meant to, but I was thinking about my lines and the scene and everything else. It's not my fault I forgot. Everybody forgets stuff. It's true. I sure do. So much stuff. I leave the air conditioner on in Mr. Edgeworth's office and the lights. I forget that I told me never to jump off a ladder on his bookshelves or make prank calls. But I give him a sorry you can. But one thing I never ever forgot to do is to turn off an unattended heater. Please, Sean, go on. She's a lot, huh? Anyway, as I was saying.
Hold it!
It was in the middle of the night, and set was deserted. Why did you need to leave in order to talk to your mother? Did he have something playing? Like a sound or something, maybe? I forgot I was supposed to talk to her. I got confused, I guess. I thought if I didn't leave, she'd find out I was out of the hotel at night on my own. That doesn't make sense. You know that, don't you? Fine. Look at the camera. Look, the camera's rolling, and the mics were all live, okay? I didn't want our conversation on tape where anyone could hear it. He was embarrassed about being recorded, speaking on the phone to his mother. Yeah. So I ditched the rehearsal and ran off the set as quick as I could. I'm surprised they're worried about that statement too much, because like, he is a kid. He's gonna do something weird and makes no freaking sense. He's a kid.
Hold it!
You pretended to your mother that you were back at the hotel during the call, correct? How come you didn't tell her you were coming back to the set to practice your lines? Because she would have phoned the hotel and asked them to send a car to go get me something. Of course I would have. A child at your age shouldn't be out on his own late at night. Anything could have happened to you. Children really can't seem to see things from their parents' perspective, can they? It's true, the other way around, you know, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Sean, can you tell us what happened when you came back after speaking to your mother? Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. I came back and...
Hold it!
Were there any signs that it was about to fall before you left? I don't remember. I was concentrating on my lines. I'm pretty sure it was probably a no. But the fire had broken out on the roof because the heater you forgot to turn off. It's probably still a no. Did you really hear nothing the entire time? No, I had my headphones on. Why? I was playing the soundtrack of the movie to help me concentrate. And I was playing it loud. So yeah, I definitely didn't hear anything. Except for the sound of your phone ringing when Judge Cavell called you. You know cell phones vibrate these days, right? Anyway.
Hold it!
Did you notice anything unusual about the body? I don't know. It was dark. Suddenly he seems more... reticent? This is unusual. I don't think he wants to go back over that memory any more than he has to, Miss Redgeworth. I'm sure he doesn't. But is that really all it is? Should I push him a little more on this? Why not? It was dark, but you knew that it was a body nonetheless. He's hiding something. I'd better find out what. Most people would cry out for help if they saw someone lying on the ground, and yet you didn't. Yeah, because, what's the point? He was dead. As you said, what I'm interested in is how you were able to be so sure. Why were you so certain he was dead? He was lying on the ground and the huge head was right next to him. Didn't take much to figure out what must have happened.
Objection!
You couldn't have guessed that the impact would have killed him. How would you really know? I'll tell you how, because you checked. Ah, fine, I checked, okay? I was scared too. Yeah, I went up to the body, and I looked, and he wasn't breathing. So I was right. Why try to hide the fact? There must be a reason. Could you tell me how the body looked at that point? I couldn't tell if he was dead at first. There was no blood or anything, so it was hard to be sure. Nothing on his clothes either. He was completely clean. But yeah, he wasn't breathing. So that's how I knew he was dead. Thank you. I would like you to add that statement to your testimony, if you don't mind. I didn't know he was dead at first. There was no blood, nothing on his clothes either. But then, when I saw he wasn't breathing, that's how I knew for sure. Okay. This one's
Hold it!
just in case. So there was no blood or anything markings that would have told you that he was alive or dead. Would you say that the characterization of your statement is correct? You know I would. And you saw the body too, so you know I'm telling the truth. You also tell us it was dark at the time. A lot was dark at the time. And you were still able to confirm this. What is your problem? Is there nothing on your face? Nothing on his clothes, okay? Thank you, Sean. I think that tells us everything we need to know. Why all the focus on how clean his clothes were? Perhaps you could give us a few details on how exactly you confirmed the president was dead. Well, I couldn't just tell from standing there. Then I saw he wasn't breathing. That's how I knew for sure.
Hold it!
How did you confirm that he was no longer breathing? They told us how at school. You put your cheek next to the person's nose. Your cheek? Oh. And if they're breathing, you can feel it. Never thought I'd actually have to do it in real life. I mean, that's good that they teach them this stuff. But yeah, I get it takes guts to do it for real. Not bad for an elementary school kid. He's a junior high, okay? Try to remember that at least that much. It must have been quite a shock coming back and seeing a dead body laying there, huh? This was the dead body with a giant Tyrannosaurus head right next to it. Yes, I'm sure it must have been very upsetting. But it does sound like it was an accident, right? Yes, at least it does the way Sean tells it. I'd like to know a little bit more exactly how things looked around at the time. Alright, let's go back to this one where he had clean clothes. Let's present President Wang.
Objection!
Nothing on his clothes, nothing at all. Yeah, nothing. Why? Is there a problem with that? There's something you're clearly hoping that we've forgotten. What are you talking about? There isn't. That's not true. Unlucky for you, we remember it rather well. I'm talking, of course, about the yellow speckles on the president's chest. You studiously avoided mentioning them throughout your testimony. An absent I find suspicious, to say the least. Oh, I hope for your sake that you've had a satisfactory explanation.
Overruled.
Judge Cabell. Allow me to explain. But the yellow residue on the president's chest, I'd imagine it was from a bouquet of flowers. Lion lilies, to be precise. Lion lilies? 2 nights ago, we met the president on the roof of the big building. I presented him with a bouquet. They're a type of lily with large yellow petals. I imagine that substance on President Wang's chest was pollen from the flowers. Huh? But they're not hearing the printout from the security camera. She could have gave it to him on the roof out, like, somewhere over. Only because the president is in the way. Oh, she's holding it. But why give him flowers? That is not something I'm at liberty to divulge.
Not so fast!
That's why. Okay, is this why she's holding? Okay. What? More secrets? Are you serious? First, you wouldn't tell us why you met with him, and now you can't even tell us about the flowers. My sincerest apologies. I'm guessing this is going to make her look bad. This is probably why she won't tell us. But all I can tell you is that I gave him the bouquet.
Objection!
The bouquet that was nowhere near the body when it was discovered. How do you explain that? I cannot. Huh. Seriously, Your Honor. Some things you won't explain, the rest you can't. Come on. You've got to give us something here. You wouldn't let us fly in the courtroom. What makes you think we'll accept it? Hey, you leave her alone, Sean. I threw the flowers away, okay? You did? So they were here when you first found the body? Yeah, they were right there on his chest. Oh. And they were squashed completely flat. Oh, and I guess that makes sense, right? They would have gotten crushed along with the president. And the pollen would have been smeared across his jacket. Front. That does explain things rather neatly. But why remove the bouquet and dispose of it? Because he probably knew his mom had it, probably, I bet. No reason. He is almost evasive as his mother. More secrets. They're quite a pair. Yeah, right. There is no secret. I know exactly why Sean disposed of the bouquet. Huh? You saw me leave the house with it, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know it. I know it. Oh, I get it. When you saw the flowers on the president's body, you remembered seeing your mom with him. And felt the need to prevent her from coming under suspicion. No, you got it all wrong. That was his least convincing lie yet. They're really trying to put this on Verity like big time. I don't know what her intentions are with him. Like, I often decorate our home with lion lilies. I imagine that's why he remembered. So the flowers his mother was carrying showed up on the president's body. And because of that, he got rid of the bouquet and kept quiet about having discovered the corpse. Well, that ties everything up nicely, doesn't it? A little too nicely for my taste. Why? What's wrong with nice? I guess you forgot, huh? The kid also told us that he was responsible for the head falling in the first place. He might not have been. Yeah, he did, but he's still our only suspect. No, he's not. Remember the weird bag? The finger of suspicion still seems to be pointing firmly in Sean's direction. However... Wait. I can think of a far more likely culprit than the boy. What? Who? The person who was holding Sean captive only until a short while ago. That's right. We had to rescue him from a warehouse refrigerator unit down by the harbor. A refrigeration unit in the depot? Yeah. Lucky it wasn't switched on. The poor kid might have been frozen into a popsicle otherwise. He was doing his best to call out for help, which is how we found him. The sedatives have worn off by then, so he was wide awake and plenty loud. Sedatives. Isn't that what you were giving too? Yup, we found the bottle on the floor of the unit. It was even the same brand. 3 Z's. Apparently, it's super strong. Well, Agent Lang, surely that suggests that Sean is a victim, not a suspect. Somebody else was responsible, and I think they've been behind all of this. Oh yeah? And the secret mastermind of yours was here last night too. That I can't say. Excelsior Winter was there though. Ha. It's not like you've to be so vague, Mr. Prosecutor. Sadly, we don't have anything to tie our mysterious kidnapper to the murder of the president. So is there anybody else? Somebody other than Sean who could have committed the murder? Of course. So I was right, the kid is still our only suspect.
Objection!
Not quite. I can think of another. What? Somebody who was recently proved right here on the movie set last night. Chairman Winner? You think he killed President Wang? Why not? We've proven that he was present. And if he was here, he's a viable suspect as anybody else, wouldn't you say? Winner. Could he really have? He's a pretty bad person. It's certainly another possibility to consider. "12 years ago, he was..." And go on. That number again. Look, lots happened, okay? This was all 12 years ago or more. My father and the president being friends, our family being the ones kept him safe. Lang. Like the Lang from 12 years ago? Yup. Good to see you're finally about to get paid for your crimes. Even it did take a while for you to get what was coming to you. Agent Lang, what happened 12 years ago? It's nothing to do with you. Just tell me. I think it has everything to do with me. It's clearly connected to this case.
Not so fast!
I'm not going to tell you because, no. Can you prove that? Can you? Go ahead. Show me the proof of what happened 12 years ago. Has anything to do with this? How long ago was Samson's murder? Was it 19 years now? Proof? If you can prove it, this conversation is over. I was at 19 because of what's this? 18, 19, pretty much. Don't doubt any of those. It could be this. Because he did doctor these files. But then that might not be the angle they're going with. Isn't the movie also... Yeah, 12 years. If I get dinged on this, you know what?
Take that!
It has the same years. Put it away, Mr. Prosecutor. The sun sets quickly in Zhangfa, which means we don't have time to deal with meaningless trivialities. Oof. That had nothing to do with anything. It said 12-year hiatus. That's where I was going with. Come on, we have to take a look back at where all the evidence we gathered. Haven't we seen something about 12 years ago written down somewhere? Well, Mr. Prosecutor, you ready to admit that you have nothing? No?
Take that!
This letter that was sent to Rosie Ringer, the victim of the murder, that would happen the night before last. We don't know who sent it, but it does say this. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago. What, but? And that's not all. Take a look at this. It's a report about Bronco Knight written by Warden Lagarde. It was addressed to Chairman Winner. This last part in particular should be of interest to you. Retrieve the package we said to rest 12 years ago in front of the planter. Something strange is going on, Agent Lang. Miss Ringer was murdered last night before last, and President Wang not too long afterward. There is a connection between the two murderers. There has to be. And I believe we can trace the connection to the events 12 years ago in the past. Am I wrong? These are old wounds you're opening here. Insults to my family name, which will probably clear them instantly. Please, Agent Lang, we need to know. What did Chairman Winner do to your family? Who on earth was that? Shifu! Huh? What are you all doing here? We came to find you, sir. We heard you were looking into an incident from 12 years ago. Idiots. I'm not your boss anymore. Get back to your duties right now. Is a different one talking? It's hard to say. We can't do that, sir. What? You're disobeying a direct order? Please, sir, I'm begging you. We all are. You have to reopen an investigation into the SS5 incident. We know that you can't let it go until you figured out what happened, and we can't either. Well, Agent Lang, it seems your former underlings want the events of the past explained too. You think it's that easy? That you could solve the case just like that? It's probably what's going to actually happen. I think we can, together. Ha, well, alright then. Offer accepted. Yes, Shifu, Shifu, Shifu! Nice. I guess it's my turn to step it up. I'm sorry, Kay. We're looking into a case from the past, right? I just happen to have something that will help with that. Are we getting the... You mean Mr. Thief, we are. Sure do. If you can give me the details of the incident, I can rustle up some simulation for you. Aw, boo. Sadly, we don't have the files relating to the case. Huh? How come? Access to those files are restricted. They're top secret. Really? Why? Beats me. Somebody must have something to hide. Excelsis Winner. Even I've never seen them. Everything we know I read in the newspaper articles from the time. That's fine. Just tell us what you can. Alright. It's probably all Excelsius Winner. Well, let's just put it that way. He's the big bad. Unless we're trying to throw one of the assassins in too. The SS5 incident happened on a winter's day 12 years ago, February 10th to be precise. Your police received a call directly from the kidnapper. I've got the president of Zhangfa. So he was kidnapped. Yeah, the SS5 in the official designation of the president's kidnapping case. The kidnapper wanted $100 million. $100 million? How much money even is that? More than you can even imagine, it seems. The last person to see the president that night was my father. They were together at the embassy of Zhangfa until midnight on the 10th. Nobody knows what happened to the president after until he was kidnapped. Our government did everything he could to scrape together the money. They were desperate to save him. And in the end, they succeeded. The money was handed over to the president, came home safely. But did he really? So President Wang was a head honcho even back then. Wow, go Mr. President. The length of time he stayed in power isn't even close to the most impressive thing about him. Agent Lang was clearly fond of the President Wang. I assume the kidnapping was thoroughly investigated. It was, but the investigation was top secret, as was the trial. Is he actually the president? Because they did say he had body doubles and stuff like that. So I'm wondering, could a body double taken his place? And then that's why he doesn't trust Lang's dad and so on. The trial. So a suspect was arrested. Yeah, none other than our friend Fifi Lagarde. Wait, what? What? Is that why you visited the prison? It is. I was put on what you might call an extended leave from Interpol. So I thought I'd use the time to look into what happened 12 years back. And I wanted to see who I was dealing with. She was not guilty then, wasn't she? Or she was found not guilty then, wasn't she? Yeah. My father was in charge of the president's security at the time, but they held him responsible for kidnapping and stripped him of his duties as presidential bodyguard. He stayed on the force though, and he worked the case alone until he eventually found as a suspect Lagarde. And if she thought she did it, Lagarde. And if he thought she did it, there's no way she was innocent. But they declared her not guilty and the case went cold. My father couldn't take it. He was broken, mentally and physically. Finally, he quit the force altogether. So he had solid grounds to suspect Warden Lagarde. He must have had evidence. He wouldn't have charged her otherwise. But I never have been able to see the materials from the case. I'm sorry, but that's all I know. And what do we do, Mr. Edgeworth? This is useful information, but I don't think I have enough for a little thief to recreate the scene. Is there really nothing we can do? Oh, and who is off screen right now? Look like you could use a hand. Who's this now? Or I used the wrong voice. Guess what I got? Franziska. And Mr. Fender. We finally wrapped things up at the courthouse, so we thought we need to see you kids were up to. Yeah. What's this? It says the SS5 investigation report. When Fifi Lagarde mentioned the incident from 12 years ago, earlier, I couldn't help but wonder. So if I decided to look into it, and this was what Interpol provided. Nice work, Franziska. Don't get it wrong idea, Miles Edgeworth. I'm still not helping you. You're no longer a prosecutor, and I didn't do this for you. I did it for a colleague. Could solve his father's final case. Oh shit. She just she just gave Lang what Edgeworth got. Okay. I owe you, sis. But everything related to the SS5 incident was supposed to be top secret. Yes, but that classification was applied to the prosecutor in charge of the case, Excelsius Winner. He was the prosecutor in charge. Him again? Don't worry. Due to the outcome of this morning's case, he has been stripped of his authority. An outcome was no small part into thanks to the efforts of his own son, Eustace. So in defeating his father, he made the old case file available to us. It sounds like we owe him. Prosecutor Eustace Winner is busy wrapping things up after the conclusion of Lagarde's trial. Is the old judge the judge right now? Because obviously what's-her-face is with us. But he asked me to give you a message. Leave Dan and Lagarde to me. You focus on your case over there. He's even starting to sound like a prosecutor. Indeed he is. All right. Now that I'll leave the case file and I can recreate the scene, no problem. Excellent. Let's get started. Huh? According to the file, the incident occurred exactly where the plaza is now. Then what are we waiting for? With me, everybody. It happened here? Alright, Kay, if you could set Mr. Thief in motion. Sure, it looks like there's more than enough here to work with. Where do you want to start? Good question. Let's see. It seems there was an eyewitness. A freelance journalist named of Alf Adwan. Adon. Adon? Adon. Adon. But apparently, he was killed by the culprit for witnessing the kidnapping. So this is where he saw it happen, huh? Where's here, as in the big building? No, the construction of the big building already began a year ago. Before that, it had been a piece of abandoned property. And before that, now you're getting the stuff that I know. 12 years ago, this place would have been a happy family home. Kind of looks like a building of like a church or something. That's a house? Like for retired people? No, it's a place for children without parents. Oh, okay. An orphanage. An orphanage, in other words. The president was kidnapped from an orphanage? Yeah, the place was run by Fifi Lagarde. Oh, jeez. She called it her happy little home. As proprietor of the institution, I suppose it's understandable that she came under suspicion. President Wang, Excelsius Winner, and Warden Lagarde. Surely the SS5 incident must have been related to our current case. Kay, could you enter the data relating to the murder of Mr. Adwan? It seems sensible to assume that he was killed by whoever kidnapped the president. So if we solve the murder, we solve the kidnapping. Nice. Alright, we're counting on you.
What the heck is this? When did I grow to become so blasé in words? People's reactions to Mr. Thief. What we're seeing in front of the yard of an orphanage as it was 12 years ago. At least as far as the police reports describe it. Yeah, this is how it looked when they started investigating at 7 a.m. in the morning after the murder. And it seems it has been snowing. Yeah, from what I've heard, the footprints wound up being pretty important evidence. The snow fell in the daytime the previous day. In other words, before the incident occurred. Meaning that none of the relevant footprints would have been obscured by new snow. I think we need to pay these footprints some special attention. Begin investigation. How dare you, Scruffy? Don't dare tell me anybody. Just deny it away. Eek. Mr. Edgeworth, you gotta help me out, sure. What does it matter, Detective? It's about the SS5 incident. What else? I know Chairman Winter isn't in charge anymore and all, but a top secret file being able to us so quickly after his removal, something seemed off. So that got me thinking, and I put a call in and told me that, well, Miss Von Karma went home some pretty extreme lengths to get that file released. Curse you, Scruffy. I deny everything. Eek. It sounds like you were in a lot of trouble for our sake, Francisca. You know she's your homie. Why are you like... Don't worry, your efforts won't be far for nothing to solve this case, you'll see. She'll act like she's not, but she's your bud. She's got your back. Boy, how do you ever scoop this whole world's gone green? Must be an outbreak or something. I'm seeing green. Green trees, people. Green clothes. Everything. They must have been real sick, even if their clothes are green. Looks like we wound up being slap bang in the middle of the right dang place. Right in the dang time. Sure did, Chief. I don't think we're going to get a word edgewise here, Edgeworth. I don't think we want to. These footprints stop by the body. I guess that means they belong to Mr. Adelon, right? His feet were pretty big. What about a size 12? According to the file, they were the same size of his shoes. It's a match. These footprints go towards the body and come back. According to the case file, they're thought to be the killers. They're about size 9. They're pretty average, in other words. It seems the police weren't able to track down who the murderer was from them, though. Three planters. Covered with snow. Is anything the matter, Agent Lang? Yeah, something's not right. I was able to look into the case file until now. Indeed, you had Chairman Winter to thank for that, it seems. Yeah, but that's what's weird is I've seen this scene somewhere before. What? But where? I keep thinking I've got it. But then it's gone. He appears to be lost in his efforts to remember. Perhaps I should leave him alone for now.
I wonder if he was here back then, maybe. President Wang changed after the SS5 incident. I guess he felt his trust had been betrayed. I can understand that. But to cut ties with my family completely, after how close we'd been all those years, why I think he might have been a double. My father was desperate to make amends, just one chance to say sorry. But no matter how many times he tried to get an audience with the president, he couldn't. He couldn't even convince them to take a letter to him. One time he came home covered in bruises. Who knows from where? A bodyguard, maybe? Sorry, there's no point in making you sit through old stories that won't change anything. Anyway, I'll be the judge of that. As warm and fuzzy as ever, I see. Not that I expected any different. That case ruined my father, and my family too. The people who failed to keep the president safe. That's all we were after that. He threw himself heart and soul into that investigation. He became obsessed, in other words. Hardly the best state of mind in which to undertake an inquiry. Wow, you really don't pull your punches, huh? Look, just don't go thinking I'm only doing this because of my dad, okay? That investigation was solid. His work was meticulous. And it was accurate. It always was. He interviewed every single one of those kids. He made sure they told him everything.
I wonder if he learned anything of value.
Alright. Let's talk to your bud. Shifu, I know it's rude for me to ask, but can we count off the time's sake? Just once, I'm begging you. For old time's sake. Seems a little sentimental, but fine. Count off. 1. Sorry, Shifu. It just doesn't feel the same on my own. It's kind of lonely. Fool, it shouldn't matter if there's only one of you, or 100. You may be on your own right now, but the pack will always be with you. So quit whining about being lonely and how, like you mean it. Count off. 1. 1. 1.
Is he crying?
Looks chillier than the chilliest look out there, Mazzarino. Somebody might have to warm me up. Could you maybe take a look a little more seriously, Mr. Fender? For you, K-Meister, anything. Can't believe this whole sorry tale began right here. Kind of crazy, right? Yes, it is a little. What were his thieves and the chairman up to, though? Where were they going to go with all of this? Who knows? Who really knows? Where indeed my very much know that myself. Or was that... Oh. And I'd very much like to know where you two are going to admit how you love your Uncle Eddie. Ha! Not anytime soon. Come on, Mr. Fender. You're not taking this seriously at all.
He did for about 3 sentences, which is something of a record.
A tortoise and a hare, inspired by the children's storybook, no doubt. The tortoise races Speedy Hare and wins. Alright, time for K. Faraday to pop-up quiz. Why did the hare lose the race? I'll give you 3 options. I don't need 3 options, Kay. He lost because he stopped and rested and fell asleep. Number 1, the hare's favorite running shoes were stolen by the Yatagrasu. Number 2, the tortoise trained with the Yatagrasu and got fast so that he won. And 3, the real winner was the Yatagrasu who plotted the surprise secret victory. Those are my only 3 options? Too hard? Alright, I'll give you a hint. The option you're looking for starts with a 3rd. Well, that definitely narrows it down. You didn't even answer. An igloo shaped like a bear. It's a perfect balance of cuteness and scariness. I guess you could call it a bigaloo. It's quite large, and you could probably fit as many as 3 people inside it. Yeah, and they could live there for 3 whole years. 3 years. And what about the summer? Wouldn't it be a big ol' igloo melt? Again and again you say it. Mr. Edgeworth, please, one more time. Wouldn't the igloo melt? Ah, you're no fun. Ah, you're no fun. Can I help you, Mr. Edgeworth? Sean Ben. I can't help to thank you all for returning my Sean safely to me. I can't hardly bear to imagine how I could have felt if he had not come home. Hey, old guy. Can't you see you're upsetting her? That was not my intent at all. Look at little knight, his shining armor, defending his mom's honor. Shut up. I wouldn't even have the 2 if I didn't keep... That's enough, Sean. Mr. Edgeworth, if you allow me. I would like to apologize again. I failed my duty as a servant of justice. I will not ask you to forgive me. I only ask you, do you understand that Judge Gavelle, I don't presume to know the goddess of justice as well as you do. But she was a mother, was she not? Of other gods and goddesses. She was. Fair judgment requires personal circumstances to be taken into account. I'm sure she would have understood. Perhaps your beloved goddess is more merciful than you give her credit for. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. What are they even talking about? Don't worry, Sean. I don't have a clue either. Oh, that was perfect ending for them two to be like, huh? What? So things are finally settling down after Warden Lagarde's trial. It would seem so. Sentencing will still to come. But the guilty verdict should stand. And do not worry, Excelsius Winter's connection to the case will be thoroughly investigated. I have faith that Mr. Edgeworth Eustace is a changed man. Indeed, he simply had some growing to do. But then, don't we all, Kay included? Huh? Kinda feel for him now. I said some pretty mean things, but I'll make it up to him next time I get a chance. And I'm sure that chance will come, but for now. Indeed, we need to focus on the case at hand. Yeah, that's the only reason why I talk to everyone first, just to get them, get out of here. That flower's right there, really? Oh boy. Of other than the man who has witnessed the president's kidnapping. But what exactly did he see? I base this part on the recreation of the crime scene photos. It seems he suffered a blow to the back of the head. Or those two. Yeah, from the brick right there. They figured it must have been taken from here in the yard. It looks like the blood flowered from the head, wound, and spread over the surrounding area. Here, a gift for you. This is Mr. Otto's autopsy report. Victim was struck in the head and died around 1 a.m. on February 10th. I must scour the scene and expect everything that catches my attention. Somebody dropped a yellow flower here. I think this one symbolizes the desire to steal treasures. Okay, you can't just make things up. What can I say? That looks like a different from all the other flowers in the planner. Huh? So what is it doing here? What indeed? We should examine the planters too. I must be right. Somebody must have stolen it. It's a stolen treasure. Okay. I think this one might actually symbolize the growing anger of a former prosecutor. This cell phone must have belonged to the victim. You're right. Yeah. It says here that the file that Mr. Adeline made a call while he was watching the kidnapping. A call to whom? His girlfriend seems to call her when he saw the president was there. But she didn't pick up, so he left a message. That's in here too, if you want to hear it. Please. Shut up. Hey Rosie, it's me. I guess you're asleep already. Anyway, I'm here in the orphanage. Something weird's going on. President Wang is here for some reason. And there's another. Damn it. Lights out. I can't quite see, but it looks like it looks like he's being kidnapped. Anyway, probably nothing. But oh, I got it cut off on me. What were those sounds in the end? He must have been attacked while he was still on the phone. Agent Lang, can I ask you something? Mr. Adawan's girlfriend, what was her name? Ringer. Rosie Ringer. At least that's what I heard. Just as I thought. Wait, you mean her revenge for what happened 12 years ago? All Miss Ringer left was with her memories and her personal effects of her lover. So, seeking revenge on Chairman Winter, she made her appearance at the auction. So she really was out revenge for Chairman Winter, wasn't she? Perhaps it was for his suppression of the kidnapping. Or perhaps that it was because she thought he was one of the kidnappers. Or and then also killed Adawan. That would not surprise me. This was a brick they used in the murder. There's stuff made of bricks all around the yard here. You probably took it from somewhere nearby, huh? So the victim was carrying a camera. Oh yeah, according to the file, they recovered a picture. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, here we are. It's the president, right? And somebody's putting a gun at him. This must be what Mr. Adawan witnessed. So the person in the trench coat is the kidnapper? Yes, I'd imagine that they were trying to conceal their identity. But if Agent Lang's father's theory was correct, the person wearing the trench coat is Warden Lagarde. How come they only found one picture? He probably wasn't able to take any more before he was attacked. Alf Adawan, freelancer journalist. Killed after witnessing the kidnapping of President Wang. Even if the recreation is pretty gruesome, huh? Even if the worse in the actual crime scene photos. That's a lot of blood. It seems mostly have come from the back of his head. As you can see, that the area is completely caked. Yeah, the autopsy report says that that's where he was hit with the brick. Indeed, I imagine his attacker must have snuck up to him from behind. It looks like he's clutching something in his right hand. Oh yeah, they mentioned that in the file somewhere. Let's see. According to this, it was a button. A button torn from the attacker's clothing, perhaps. Don't believe there's any more to be found, but it's not checked off. I guess maybe there's a deduce. Oh wait, no. He doesn't believe there's any more left, so can I see the snowman face? Is there a certain glove mark? No, it's snowman. No, it might be from the snowman. Believed to have been murdered during the call where he was detailing something he had witnessed. Time of death 1 a.m. 12 years ago. Loss of blood resulting from a blow to the back of the head with a brick. It's a porch swing with an elephant's face on it. And behind it appears to be a motor. You know what's every dedicated swing's friend always wonders, don't you? What if they could swing all the way over the top and back again? Maybe a motorized swing could finally make that dream come true. Wouldn't that be a little dangerous? And what dream isn't, huh? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. True, but hardly applicable in this case. Okay, I guess I'll take a stab in the dark because we still haven't used the 3 footprints thing. With anything. I haven't done a logic in a while. It's all good. It's all good. There are burn marks here in the pillars here. The report says there was a fire sometime on the evening of the incident. A fire? Let's see, where was it again? Yeah, one of the orphans set a fire with some kerosene and some sort of prank probably. Sounds like a lively bunch, possibly too lively. It seems their antics spoiled our chances of finding any footprints near the entrance of the building. Hey, this arch. Where have we seen it somewhere before? Indeed we have. It's the same one that stands over the entrance of the big building today. But this is supposed to be how things looked 12 years ago. Wasn't it there the whole time? It seems that the architects worked in the old archway into the structure of a new building. The future is simply in the past, reheated. I think I heard that somewhere. And for once it seems you might have remembered it correctly. But 12 years ago is a long time to reheat something. For if it was your lunch, it'd be ruined. Alright. Anything else that might be a thing that I have not found yet? This looks like a snowman, but mostly melted. Well, no wonder. He's all slushy. He's wearing a hat and a scarf. Must have been all roasty toasty. Oh, look at this cute little button eye. Just lying there. He probably would have been frozen back up at dawn, you know. That's when it usually is the coldest. I don't think it would have helped much, Mr. Edgeworth. If a melted snowman froze again, it wouldn't have turned back into a snowman. It would turn into an iceman. Wow. Is what I bet you wanted to say, isn't it? Well, too bad. Okay, alright. I already have one other logic to do. Never mind. I can't believe there used to be an orphanage right here in the spot. And word of the guard was in charge. And that the SS5 incident took place there 12 years ago. Yeah, they kidnapped the president of Zhang Fa. That's crazy. And they killed Mr. Adwan. The only witness that we know of anyway. Then, accept all the details in a secret for those years. The more I think about it, the more you smell something fishy going on. Yeah, me too. What's even weirder, it's the people involved. I think we all know all of them, don't we? The God winner, President Wang. When I think back over all the cases we've been involved with recently, it's true, I can't help to think that they're all connected. But we have to dig into the latest mystery, and that snatch of the treasure of the truth from inside it. We'll keep updating the simulation as we find new stuff. Just be sure to look over everything super carefully, okay? So we're calling on Mr. Thief's help once again, Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, it's Little Thief. And no matter how useful Little Thief is, the information we plug into it is wrong, the simulation too will be wrong. If you spot anything that doesn't make sense, try comparing the evidence that we've collected. We can examine and interact with anything in the simulation as if it were really there, correct? Right, just as we walked up. and what you usually do. We don't have enough to go right on now, but if we can gather enough intel, we can even create a simulation of a different span of time. Alright, I'm counting on you if that time should come. Yeah, got everything here. But it's not done yet, so there must be a deduce. These planters. According to the case file, the yard stretched around 3 sides of the orphanage. Or, according to this case file, the yard stretched over these 3 sides of the orphanage. And there were 3 planters on each side. Yes, planters arranged in a very particular pattern. One I've seen somewhere before. Shame there aren't many flowers, but I guess it was in the middle of winter. Yes, but look at that one, the bright yellow. Weird, how come it's the only one? Wait, it looks like somebody dropped it. That's a lion lily. If I'm not very much mistaken, a rare member of family... Let's say? Wow. A lion lily, you say? Wait, didn't Judge Gafel give President Wang some lion lilies? What is the same flower doing here? This can't be a coincidence, can it? I believe it's a particular cultivar from Asia, where you said to symbolize the bond between a parent and child. I wasn't aware that you were so knowledgeable when it came to flowers, Francisca. Ha! What I just told you was common knowledge. Perhaps you just need to read a little more. You really got me. You really got me. Alrighty. So that's what our monstrous hoofprints really were. Wait, what? Recall the arrangement of the 3 prints. Now compare them to the planters. Whoa. That's right. I believe that the footprints were located exactly where our planets once stood. So Chairman Winter was digging around the front of them. He was, and that's why he might have been doing that. We have a piece of evidence in our possession that answers exactly that in question. Which piece of evidence shows why Chairman Winter might have been digging in front of those 3 planters? Where is it? What was the thing that was...
Take that!
Recall, if you will, the report Warden Regard sent to Chairman Winter. In it, she mentioned something that had been laid to rest in front of the planter. You think she was telling him where to dig? Wait, but why 3 holes? Because if the report didn't specify which of the planters she meant. I get it. So he wasn't sure which one it was. Which meant he had tried digging up all 3. I'd imagine so, yes. Poor Chairman Winter. Why go to all that trouble? What was he looking for? I think it was about all we can learn from the scene for now. Alright, how about I try showing you things that looked earlier that night? That would be very much appreciated. Could you take us back to the moment of which the victim witnessed the kidnapping? Sure, I'll use this photograph he took here. Here goes nothing. There's Mr. Adawan in the middle of the planters. And there's the president and his kidnapper put by the road. My father, based on his investigation on the evidence Adawan provided. That was why he thought the kidnapping and the orphanage were connected somehow. How he wound up suspecting Fifi Lagarde. She was running the orphanage at the time. Exactly. But when the case went to trial, Excelsius Winter put a big hole in that theory. He did. Yeah, after all, the president was kidnapper. Weren't actually on the grounds of the orphanage. So it was hard to conclusively prove any kind of connection. Huh? So they never seen inside the gates of the orphanage? Detectives go bust and gut and find evidence on the scene. And then the prosecutors come along and twist it for their own ends. Winter and Lagarde were working together. They had some kind of deal, I'm sure of it. So you're saying that Chairman Winter was working with the kidnapper? Your father was convinced that Lagarde was the culprit, correct? And you could say he was gifted and thorough investigator. Then he must have gotten more to support his theory than just Mr. Adawan's message, surely. Yeah, he must have. I just don't know what it was. It wasn't exactly the case he liked talking about. Agent Lang's father, DeLong Lang. Trusted ally, confident President Wang. He discovered truths that were subsequently suppressed by Chairman Winter. Our first priority should find out what they were. Alright. It's been 3.5 hours, guys. We're gonna save it for next time. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you guys Monday for the next and probably last part of this, because I don't know if this is going to go that much longer. But alrighty, guys, at least a couple hours at least. I will see you then. Bye bye.